Okay, now that you're already familiar with how tithing is a regular return of 10% from everything that God gives you, what about the offerings? What should trigger your decision to give promise, which is a regular and systematic return of offerings? Would it be a specific day on your calendar? Should it be every Sabbath? When there is gratitude in your heart, or a call from the pulpit? When you know about a good project, or even when you feel that it is the moment to give? Is there a biblical principle that you could use to determine when to bring your regular and systematic offering to God? Yes. In Malachi chapter 3, verse 8, we see a clear indication that both tithes and offerings are equally required and expected when there is an income. And the context also shows that not giving any of them would lead to separation from God and material ruin, as well as moral and spiritual decay. You can see that on verses 9 to 12. Solomon also provides a general principle about the regularity of offerings. Honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first fruits of all your increase. What he means to say is that your promise or regular and systematic offerings should be given as first fruits, which is putting God first. It is the same system used for tithing. In other words, it should be the thing you set apart just after receiving any income or increase, right after your tithe, and before any other expense may be met. So, the regularity with which we honor God with regular offerings should be established not by our feelings, relevant projects, or calls from the pulpit, but by the frequency of the increase or the income that He gives us. It's not a donation. It's not a method of evaluating church leaders. It's an act of worship. Ellen G. White, God's messenger, also emphasizes this point when she says that this matter of giving is not left to impulse. God has given us definite instruction in regard to it. He has specified tithes and offerings as the measure of our obligation, and He desires us to give regularly and systematically. God is inviting us to adopt the right principles when giving regular offerings. He expects that we will no longer be moved by feelings, sympathy, projects, or calls, but by His giving. Giving regularly to Him, as regularly as He is blessing us, will make us more aware of His care and strengthen our connection with the Creator and Sustainer of all life. May we put our desires last and God first.